Alrighty then, we're back at it live just after 3:30 Eastern Time here in the States. Where are you? Let me know in the chat. Bitcoin waking up, altcoins waking up, Ethereum waking up. What the hell is the world coming to? Injective up 15%. Abundance of coins up a bit today. Where's your coin? Doing better or worse than most? Compare it to Bitcoin. Speaking of, knocking on the door of 70K. We just tapped it as the high. 70K on the nose. On Coinbase at least. Bollinger Bands spread way out. Big move after consolidating over the weekend. Right? You can see it. The breakout. Clear breakout right here. Massive move. That's what you want to see. Hopefully we got some volume behind it. Let's go check it. Bingo! What's his name out? That from a Jim Carrey movie? All right, so welcome in. Let me know what's up in the chat, what your requests are. We'll get to a couple people requests. We'll get to all your requests. But got to cover Bitcoin and whatever I want to first because it's my party and I'll stream if I want to. All right. 70K. Can we close above it? Obviously we'd like to. 4-hour chart looks hella strong. Look at that breakout volume. Right? You need volume to kind of shift to a new phase or start a new trend and maybe new phase, right? New volume, new phase, looking good. How's the Gaussian channel looking on the 4-hour? I'm glad you asked. We're above it, price action above it, turning green, right? This is the kind of things you can get into. Go to the daily chart. Still red here. We're right at the top of the Gaussian here. So if we can close out of here today, that'd be a good sign for things to come. However, this is likely going to be resistance until we can do so. So don't get too far ahead of yourself yet. Bollinger Band's looking okay. Volume just above average. Let's zoom out to the 3-day. We're, again, above the Gaussian channel. We don't need that anymore, right? It's going to be more bullish as we progress up here. But we're in the upper tier of the Bollinger Band, so a little bit more bullish there. We're back to range highs. Resistance right here, 71K. Right? If we can do that, you know, new all-time highs, not so far away. All right, so our record's 29 concurrent viewers here. We have 11, 17. We're jumping. Spread the word. Tell your grandma, tell your cat, dog, goldfish, and we can use them. Anybody on here, you can. Share it somewhere. Throw it on Twitter, retweet, whatever. I put it on there. Hopefully, yeah, this time might work better for everybody. So we're going to try this week maybe. Last week we did, later in the week, later in the day. It was like 6:15 Eastern time. Now we'll move up a couple hours. We'll see how this goes. If this does well, we'll keep it here. So where are you from around the world? I always like to know that as well. Yeah, Bitcoin on the move, just as of recent. So that's why we're hopping on the stream. Injective waking up, Ethereum waking up, hell is freezing over, cats and dogs living together. So where are we going? Range highs, good possibility, right? Looking strong. Weekly close, back above the EMA 8, off the lows, right? I mean, bounce off the 21-week EMA. This is not that flabbergasting. Word of the day, up 23% since our lows. Right, we're only 2% from our highest close ever, 71.3. Can we do that this week? Of course. We could do that in the next hour or two, right? So looking good, right? If Bitcoin continues this, we need for altcoins to continue to blossom and go to outer space. We would need dominance to top here relatively quickly. Do we have a sign of that? Unfortunately, no, we don't have the sign, but anything's possible at any given moment. But we're looking for like a candle reversal in Bitcoin dominance. It just doesn't look like it yet. So altcoins are still, this is pretty good for Bitcoin dominance to be at 56% and altcoins going this hard for a majority of them. We're getting double-digit pumps out of some of these, a handful of these. That's pretty solid. Imagine what happens when Bitcoin starts to downtrend. We've been in an uptrend since this entire bull run. I mean, look at that. Imagine Bitcoin dominance goes the other way, like a real alt season needs to do, right? That's when real alt season comes, these times. So if your coins have been doing well, just fathom, if you will, what those strong coins will do in a downtrend for Bitcoin dominance. They're going to go batshit crazy. Okay, what coins am I talking about? Well, you can go compare them, but just for, the Cliffs Notes version, Fetch, Ajax, Ocean, Injective, Render, Solana. Those are probably the strongest 6. Did I say 6 or 5 or 7? But you can go look at charts, right? Another strong one was Near. I think we looked at that the other day. Look at that chart, right? Like, hell yeah. From October, it's up, over almost 800%, right? Looking good, looking like it's ready to break out again. Near's looking strong. Even Pepe, even the memes. I mean, Pepe's got stronger chart than half of your favorite, best fundamentals on the planet. What other? Let's get through some requests before I just keep talking for no reason and never get to any requests. I just wanted to show you Pepe here, and you can compare your meme coin to an actual strong chart. So we were looking at Pepe a couple weeks ago in our live stream, and it was like about to breach this inverse head and shoulders, right? Look at this, right? Looking nice. We were looking at it like back here and a breakout, and now we're doing a throwback retest, which is also bullish. And voila, more bull. All right. I mean, this is about as structurally sound as a meme coin can possibly get. All right. Southern Indiana. I actually grew up in Indiana, believe that or not. Fun fact of the day. All right, we can do some requests now. Yeah, Ethereum's waking up. Bingo was his name-o. Started the stream off with that. I don't know how you can get better, but where we went. Ethereum up 10%. Breaching highs. Right? Previous range highs. These are strong signs out of the daily chart. I mean, Ethereum has been kind of in this kind of lockdown mode since March. Look at that move. We might be entering a new phase here. Right? A lot of these signs are starting to we're back at flirting with 70K. I think this time last week a lot of people thought we'd be closer to 50K during this week or two ahead. And now we're back to range highs. So Ethereum moving out as well kind of backs up the theory of potentially moving to a new phase, a next leg up based on that, based on some of these altcoins. Looking good, right? Ethereum, let's go out to the weekly, see how that looks. Right? I mean, you could almost like envision this kind of a big bullish flag here, right? And it's not really as textbook as you'd like, but it's still, holding the 21 week more or less. But, when would we get out of the woods? We have to break the highs. Otherwise, we could just be putting in lower highs here, right? This could just be a lower high bounce before we, end up moving lower. So let's not get too excited just yet. But, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? So Ethereum back to 3,400. Didn't think I'd see that this quickly, but here we are. So good sign that we'd want to see hold for Ethereum is since we've broken out of these range highs, if we go back down, right, we got to hold flip 3270-ish area as to support, right? Previous resistance need to flip to support, gain your traction, spin your wheels, hook in, and smoke all the Lambos. All right. Ethereum trying to take off down the track. All right, chat. Over to the chat. CKB. We will get to it. We'll get all your requests in. I think I like this time a little bit better. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like the later time or this time? About 3 hours later for the other one. Okay, let's start with the weekly. See where we're at. I mean, looks fantastic. But that's exactly what you want to see. Any kind of move up and you start to simmer down again, you want to hold the 21 week. If you can do that, that's your bullish momentum is still on your side. So this is ideal scenario for another move similar to that move. Looks great, right? That's the arrows can we get there? That's exactly the textbook structure that you want to see. A breakout, massively take out, right? No, not, pussyfooting around here. We're not messing with these word of the day again. I think that's an old word. Maybe some of the new folks I've just offended. But breakout here at these 5,200 level. I cracked myself up. It's all right. Back to range highs again, and then throwback to the 21 week. So it looks great here, right? Not much to go get worried about, right? You haven't even gone back under these range highs here. So I mean, it looks like triple check mark bullish here. Go to the monthly. That doesn't look like a spectacular candle, but I mean, we could shrug that off. Move back down to the EMA 8, possibly on the monthly. Worst case, like down here. If we like panic and go back down, that's a hell of a long ways for a chart that's great, that good looking. So I wouldn't worry about that too much until we start going down again. If we do, the 200-day is right there, right? We didn't even sniff at that. Good sign there. So we got like one zone here, second zone way the hell down here. But the fact that that didn't break on this deep downtrend, that's a good sign. Let's look at the gravestone doji there. Right, that was a kind of a warning. Potential top 64% down. Now we're trying to break out. Right, we got to get back above almost 2-cent level, then we can start to make waves again. So your next big move probably happens right as we breach 2 cents. Good request. Texas. I've been to Texas. I was at Texas about 20 years ago. So I don't remember too much about it other than being pretty cool. I think I was in South Padre Island. Is that a place? Is that in Texas? I think it is. The Netherlands, never been there, but I want to go. Seattle. All right, West Coast. A little early for you. You're on your lunch break. Got a couple friends out in Seattle. Just one. Louisville. Been to Louisville. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Indiana. South Indiana. Right. I got it. They're right there. They're right there together. Kentucky Kingdom. Been there? Mel? Yep. I've been there. Kings Island. All the theme parks over there. Yep. Let's go Matic. Sorry if I skipped over your request. Talking about random shit. And we're just going blasting right through all the requests. Let's go look at FTM. I think FTM's doing pretty good. At least it was last time I looked at it. Yeah, I don't want to do futures though. There we go. All right, FTM. Daily, let's start at the weekly. Let's do our check, right? Look, I mean, these are the kind of coins you want to be in. Okay, if your coins look similar to these charts where you broke in previous highs and flip them to support above your 21 week, like these are like the no-brainer approach, right? If your coins don't look like this, get your head examined. Go to the doctor, tell them I'm in these shit coins. I don't know what to do. I keep riding the dead ponies, hoping they will stand up again and win the race. And they're just, a lot of coins are down in this area. Okay, if you're still under the 200 week, you're still asleep at the wheel here. Right? Look at this, right? We're giving Phantom a silver star here, right? Or teal star. Let's go with teal stars. Phantom gets the good one. All right, we'll start. This is the A chart. Remember we did this last stream. If you were with me last stream, A chart, B chart, C charts. C charts, got to get out. B charts is like they're slow, but they could catch up. And A charts are like, yes, that's the ones you want to be in. Phantom gets the A chart. A plus, almost. I mean, we're close to A plus here. We're at, if we were at range high or all-time highs, then we get the A plus, but still A, right? There are some coins that are already at all-time highs, right? Or at least really close. But, Phantom's the A chart, good looking. Retests of, over 6 weeks on the 21 week, above breakout levels, exactly what you want to see. Perfect. Matic, I don't think we can do it. It's a C chart. You got to get out. Matic is great. Last cycle, fantastic. Last cycle, I held a shit ton of Matic. This cycle, I hold 0 Matic. Get out of it. It's literally down over the past 15 months. It's made you no money. The start of the bull run, January of 2023. Like, we'll even take the lows. It's down. You got it. This is wrong. Dead horse. The horse is even showing skeleton now. Right? There's no even meat on it. It's not going to stand up. It's closer to being one with the earth again than winning a race. Matic is it's dead. I mean, it's look at the chart. I mean, holy shit. It got too crazy last cycle. 25,000%, literally, and it's just not been able to shake that off again, right? It did all of its effort in one cycle, and it just has no more gas, right? It spent all of its juju. All right, so I mean, you're literally down the start of this bull run when coins are literally up over 1,000% or more. You got some catch up to do, and it's skeleton, not coming back. If you're waiting on Matic to go back to all-time highs, you're probably going to be waiting with your skeleton horse. Throwing that out. Blind dart, pick a chart. You're likely more in profit than Matic because Matic is in zero profit. All right, not to tell you how I really feel on Matic, but welcome in, everybody. 25 people here. We're almost on a record. Share it somewhere. Throw it on Twitter. Retweet. Get your grandma in here. Get your mom, your dog. Make your dog's account from Twitter. Get them in here. We need a couple more people, and we got a record. Let's see the chain link. Where's link at? I put a link out, a chain link video out this morning. Well, earlier at least. Go check that out if you want to see a little bit more. Right, here's our zone. Still resistance from all the way back in November, December. We're still here, right? We just got to flip this to support, and then we can pick up our moves again, right? Back to support here, right? We're holding resistance as of April, late April, and now we're trying to poke our head back up here. So, sorry to make that screen impossibly small for you. I can put away your magnifying glass. I'll make this bigger. There we go. So hopefully that puts it in perspective. So we got to hold this as support and then start building from there. All right, good. Thank you. Thank you for DW for the one person that answered my question. Is this time better or the later times? I think this time is better. A little bit earlier in the day. VChain, I feel like that's also maybe a C chart. Just throwing that out there. Let's go check VChain. Is it a C chart? Let's go look. Let's clear out all the crayon. Okay, so not quite a C chart, but I would go B chart here. We're underneath the 21 week. We're still flirting with these ranges. It's not, you can see how ill-defined these levels are too. Like some previous tops are not the other previous bottoms. So it's a little bit more streaky here, which is usually not the best if you want it to, you want like textbook rips and support holds if you want like the strongest coins. Right? Go back and look at like the best performers last cycle. They're holding like perfect levels. They're ripping exactly where they should go. They throw back right to where they should go. This is a little bit more streaky, but VChain does go on streaks, but this looks very similar to Matic's chart last cycle. But at least it's in profit. At least if you're in VChain from January, at least you're up, 125%. It's still not very much, right? It's certainly lagging behind a lot, but it's not negative like Matic. From the bottom to the top, you still got to do 16x, almost 17x. Not even from the bottom, right? That was from like start of the run. So from the bottom of this cycle, you got to do 21x almost to get your just to get back to all-time highs. That's relatively unlikely at this stage, right? I think whatever most coins did in this first run, maybe from October. Like you could probably do that again, or maybe like 2 times whatever this did. So like 150%. Okay, so let's do like 300% and see where that puts us. I think that's a pretty good soft gauge for a lot of coins, not just VeChain. I'm talking like every coin. Whatever you did this for from October to, now, or that late, we can even go a little bit stronger here. So this is just my opinion. You can take it or leave it. So, roughly 250%. So I'll do another 500 from highs or even current prices, right? And that gets us to all-time highs, right? At least in that range. So I'm including like an alt season. Like, why would we not just do that again or stronger? Like, I think 2x of this for any coin, right? Just take a rough gauge off of that. If that still upsets you, doing double what this is, then I'd probably try to shift gears and get into something faster, because that might excite some people. So double what we did from like October to March, I think, in the new phase when we actually hit an alt season. Anything beyond that, you're probably shooting for unicorns there, right? Might not come. That's just my opinion. But I've been here 7 years now. I've seen a lot of shit. So I've seen shit that'll turn you white. What movie? Someone's got it. All right. More requests. How's everything doing? We're still pumping. Still looking good. Bitcoin over 70 now. Hey, let's take a look-see. Bitcoin over 70. I didn't think it would come this quick, but here we are. Pretty good. Daily move. We are now up almost 4,000 just today in Bitcoin. Pretty rock star, but we're still under our resistance here. So, remember, Bitcoin dominance being so high, if Bitcoin wants to correct tomorrow, altcoins are going to get destroyed. But, rising tides lift most ships, except for Matic. All right, I'm getting to the chat. If I ignored your request, just ask again, or if I ignore it twice, I probably don't want to do it. See, I'm trying to read. I have my driveway is full of screaming kids playing basketball. Okay, so it's right outside my window. So if I'm like pause or I look like I'm looking around, it's kids are screaming. I'm trying to see if anyone's dying or fouls. We need to call some techs over there. Let's see, what else? Ghostbusters, good. John Kramer. Thank you, sir. Yes, of course. Gala, let's go look at Gala. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm saying it. That's like the apple, right? Like, yeah, that's not how you pronounce the apple too either, bud. I think Gala apples, Honeycrisp apples, those are my favorite. Anybody else got any weird apples? Whose favorite apple is a green apple? Get off my channel. Don't say dipped in caramel either, you unhealthy bastard. You eat apples naturally. You don't eat them at all. All right, so Gala, back on track here. What I'd like to see is like what fit the puzzle piece, right? If we could see something like this, and it keeps on this little curve here, maybe by July we get some kind of a breakout above 8 cents here, and then we really pick up some steam. I like that we've held. Hang on, I gotta decline some phone calls here. I like that we held this 100-day like perfect, right? Also previous range lows. Let's go to the weekly and do a double check here. Trying to hold this 21 week. Slightly less bullish. The fact that we're still kind of under these summer highs. Did kind of briefly get above it, but you see this is kind of the resistance area. Why did we stop here? Well, no surprise, right? You could probably drag this back, move it up a little bit. Like, look at that. Previous swing low is new swing high. So 8 cents has got to come again before you see any bigger move. But like we looked at, right? Maybe we get this kind of V-shape or U-shape bounce. So if we can get up here between now and like July or something, that would be bullish. But I mean, we're still down a little bit, so this is a little bit more stuck. I would go with the B chart here. 98% down. We're still over 90% down. So getting back to highs here. This is obviously rough and loose. We're looking like 17x still. So what do we do from October? Do our little check there, 500. So another 1,000%. Roughly, that would get you just above all-time highs. So take that with a grain of salt, right? Just my opinion on that. The fib levels, let me just look at the fib here. We haven't done the fib on many of these, but I think I didn't fit that one correct. You hold down control, it'll snap right to that. If you hold it on your keyboard, right, the fib levels, it'll go right to the high wick. So it's just an easy way to make sure you're doing it as accurate as possible. So $11, I don't think you're going to get that lucky, bud. If we were up like 10x already, if we were maybe still, up here like some coins are, maybe we could get up there. But, from the bottom to the top going, I mean, look at the numbers, right? 85,000%, right? Not likely. So I wouldn't get your hopes up that high, but, could we make up still maybe 20x perhaps? I'll go look at, hey, that's a pretty good name. Darth Vader. I think you win name of the day. We still haven't had, I like to do a pinned comment for the funny, the one that makes me laugh the most. Ghostbusters, we need the best comment of the day. We definitely have the name of the day, Darth Vader. That's a good one. Most creative I've seen today. Let's see what else we got. George, you're out. You're not doing no green apples as your favorite apple. I knew the caramel was coming. Ignored. Who we got? What did I ignore? Feel like I've ignored you twice. If you request some shitcoin that has 3 seconds of charts, like I can't do it. Even if I think it is. You better back up your theory and say it has a long history, and I'll do it. Okay. What was the request I skipped over? KNC. Let's go look at it. Is it a dead horse? I like the comment. So I've already braced myself for impact here. We'll go with Bitfinex. Let's go to the weekly. I mean, it's under the 200 week. All the moving averages are still moving down. Right, not a good sign. We're at range lows since the start of the bull run. Yeah, this is looking like it wants to become Skeletor. He-Man? No. What was the whole thing called? Not Thundercats. It's the other one. I can't. I'm been a long time. But range lows, right? We're talking to dead horses. Like Matic is becoming a skeleton. This one might already be showing bone. Not only you're not above your 2022 highs, you're like considerably below them. Right? That's not a good sign. Yeah, this is not looking good. So we're still down. We're down 70% from just 2022 highs. Keep in mind, there's many coins well above these highs. And there's some coins that are above, like, at all-time highs. I mean, just put that in perspective here. Like, just to get back above your 200 week, you got to make a 70% move here. All-time highs is an 8x, which, like, you're like, oh, we could do that. But you've done nothing since the start of the bull run. That's the issue I'm having. Like, you are up more than Matic, though. So maybe you got that to toot your own horn. But, I mean, this is not what you want to see for sure in a chart. So I would chalk this up under like C minus. Like you're almost, if you get to D is dead. C is for cut it. We'll go with that. That's all I got. 24. We only got to 25, so not a record, but we're kind of a random time here. We'll try to do more times consistent with this. So if this time works for you, kudos. I think we'll probably keep on here for a little bit. We'll at least try it this week from like maybe 3 o'clock, 3:30ish. Like 4:30ish. That work for you? Masters of the Universe. Thank you, Jeff. I knew I liked you for some reason. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Everybody else is like, what the hell are they talking about? APU. I think I've done that one. Check. Hopefully we got more history than that. If you don't, can't even, I mean, there's no point in even trying to chart anything new. If it's like, less than a year of charts, you're just gambling, right? But that's fine. I'm not saying that's bad. Like, you want to hold newer coins, right? That can tend to do well. Some of the top newer coins that I'm looking at are right here. like these guys. If you want to look at them. Not saying GFI. GFI was just another one I added to my good list. Right? I mean, look at the chart, right? Like, why are you in GFI? Like, you don't have to know about fundamentals if the chart looks like that, right? You could just buy. I mean, that's like perfect. Perfect looking. If your chart is like holding EMA 8s, 14s, 21s on any throwback and it looks like that and it's up, let's go from October lows, right? We're up 1100%. I mean, what are you doing? Of course that's a good coin. That's like A+, right? Like about as strong as you get. So that's why he's on the list, but probably should move them up. Not that new. But these guys are all new, just on my radar, right? Not saying you should buy them or anything, but I hold a little bit of those. Some more than others. But majority of my portfolio is in these top 6. And Bitcoin. Obviously Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin back under 70. We're on chill mode. Look how well all some of these alts are doing though. Injective kind of leading the way a little bit. Good to see that. All right. Cope. There's 2 requests for Cope. Got to do that. We double requests. Is that not the symbol? What do we got here? Ask for it on Coinbase. Like, gotta give me some help there. Don't see it. Not on Coinbase. Unless there's a different signal here. Manta? Bro. How much data do you got on Dex Screener? It's probably not going back years if it's on Dex still, right? Wow, ETH is up 24%. Nice. Manta. All right, we can do Manta. Not a whole lot of history, right? This is one of the newer guys, new kids on the block, so don't worry about this, right? Just for newer coins, you're just buying and holding for the end of the cycle, right? We could even add that to, up to these new guys. Right? I don't mind that. Just, you don't want to do like 100% in on these new coins. Like, I mean, just look at some of these, right? This all similar. All these newer coins are looking like that, right? You just want to be holding those just for the bull run, right? And 10 to 20% at most. Don't be one of those people that goes like all in on something brand new just to shooting for the moon, right? Have some respect. Something for yourself. All right, next request. Get something good here. We need something better. Rose? All right, let's go look at Rose. Yeah, much more exchanges here. All right, up 8%. Go to the weekly. Probably a B chart, just looking at it right off the bat, right? Let's remove all the crayons. And because, right, we're battling the 100 week, we're just kind of right in line with the 2022 highs, right? Not the worst, but, certainly we'd like to do doing a little bit better. From the start of the bull run, you're still up, you're only up, 3x? Not even. We got a little bit of signs, but, a lot of these coins wanted to hold these previous, the move back down. You got to hold these lows to really gain your momentum or keep your momentum. And many coins, even really high market cap ones, kind of bled right through here. So you're going to be on the back burner and a B chart until you can get back above your 21 week. And then we can see if we can get our act together again. So not out of it, not the worst, but certainly kind of middle of the pack as far as crypto wide. So a little bit concerning, right? If you're in like, 90% of your portfolios in this coin, I'd probably be doing some DCAs out into something faster. But if you only got, 10% or something, it's whatever. You just don't want to have like 80% in a C chart. Like, Jesus, imagine if your whole portfolio is in Matic. You'd be down from the past 15 months, you'd be in the red. Someone's done that. I'm sure someone's like all in Matic with a side of Litecoin. Where'd it go? I just had it. There we go. AWT. All right, weekly. Similar vibes here. We're still kind of stuck down here. Look at that head and shoulders play out right there. There's the bear market. Support for months. Flip to resistance. Till we get back above $5. I mean, your 200 week is still way the hell up here. So we're making some waves here. We've put in some higher highs the past couple of weeks, but we're still 50% below the 200 week. And before we can take out this resistance zone that's been in effect since 2020. The 2022 highs, you're still below that. So again, probably a C chart here because you're under the 200 week, so you definitely can't be A chart. You are above all moving averages, so I mean, maybe it's getting ready to rip here. It looks like it's trying. I mean, you are up in the past month. You're like 2x, right? So maybe just a late bloomer, but I mean, it's at risk of being a really too late of a bloomer here. October to now, you're still only up just over 2x, right? Many coins did a 10, 12, 15x in that span. What's ETH doing? Go over to ETH. Getting alerted that ETH is doing stuff. The hell's my chart at? Up over 10%. That's pretty special. So it's been a long time since we've seen a daily candle off ETH for 10%. We got to go like right there. That was 11%. That was back in March. And not much in that, right? And before that is January, right? There's 10%. So certainly some things cooking here that have not been seen that much. So this is worth noting. You want to be paying attention to things going on in the market that haven't happened in a long time. That's usually a shift of something going on. It might not happen overnight, might not happen over the next week or two, but usually the gears are shifting to something else afoot. Whether that's positive or negative, we don't really know yet, but something's changing. Especially with Ethereum waking up, that seems a little bit odd, right? So maybe we're getting ready to go to our next wave up. Bitcoin knocking on 70K still. See where we close. That'll be interesting to see where Bitcoin closes today. But we're still putting in lower highs for Ethereum, although we've taken out this high. In that high, right? So we could take out 3,700 in the next couple of weeks, right? Just be patient, right? Then, there's nothing else besides, over 4,100 all-time highs for Ethereum after that. Link trying to gain some strength here, but we still got to flip 17 to support, right? Kind of really a B chart, right? Looking at the same definitions, it's starting to become an A chart, maybe an A minus. This back above all moving averages, certainly above 2022 highs. Well, it's like kind of right there, right? We're still kind of at the resistance. So, yeah, I would still kind of put a B plus. The Link's got to hold 17 to support. We got to take out this high. We got to keep climbing. It's certainly lagging behind most, right? Wait, use these days to really open your eyes here. Like, what are your coins doing comparative to Bitcoin, right? We can go look at that. Look at Injective, up 10% against Bitcoin today. Some coins down. Many coins down against Bitcoin. We don't have all of them on here, but I mean, go check your coins. If all of your coins are down against Bitcoin today, it's probably worth flipping out. But, some of these are doing better than others. Dogs barking. Ooh, we got 29 people in here. Thanks for joining. Thumbs up if you're watching, if you like it. If you like the neon sign, that's fine. You can just like that. So comparing your coins to Bitcoin is always a great idea. If you've been struggling, against Bitcoin for this entire cycle, like some coins, like look at Matic. I mean, Matic is likely to never put in highs again against Bitcoin. Going down, we're down 83% over the past, just over a year. I mean, that's not what you want to be in, right? Just look against Bitcoin. Link as well. I mean, it did fantastic. I mean, not many coins, I think, did anything close to that during that stretch, but too hot, too fast, right? So powerful. Injective, right? Nice breakout against Bitcoin. Throwback, right? Holding that zone now. We got to see this break up. But, the strongest winners, Fetch. I mean, there's very few charts, if any, that are better than Fetch against Bitcoin. Solana's doing great. Ethereum, not so much, but maybe it's trying to flip it around here. Right, you see the difference? Right, it's like elementary. Like, here's Ethereum. Here's Fetch. Like, this is probably the best coin against Bitcoin this entire cycle. You had to pick one. Another one would be Render. Render's doing fantastic. I mean, just basically up only. Kind of looks like Chainlink in the early days. Up only. Look at Link back in the day when it started. I mean, damn. No stopping it. Just up. Straight arrow. Not so much as of late, but I mean, look at Render comparative to that, right? It's like straight up. Get the damn right at skew chart here, right? Look at that. Those are the coins you want to be in. Strong coins. Render, Fetch, Solana. Really like the strongest three. All right. Get off my soapbox. Let's go look at altcoin market cap. Right? Holding the line on the EMA 14. Looking like it wants to rip again. Maybe altcoins start to come out here. But we got to take out this high. It could be like just a bounce here before we go back down lower. That could absolutely happen. So if we can close above 776, right? That's the high close. Then, it's, Valhalla, and we're all going to be dancing in circles, singing the crypto songs again, right? It's going to be great. But if we put in a lower high and then start to move back down again, this could be bad, right? This could be crossing the streams here, where we start to have a high, a low, and then a lower high. Then we come back down and kind of hit this again, and then like a lower high, right? And we could do something like that to kind of ruin our summer and be, suck, right? Ideally, we just got to move up here, right? Even if we don't do it immediately, if we can start to do something like this, where we kind of form these higher lows, maybe it still takes part of the summer, but we start to break out here, and then we hold that as support. Maybe we do a breakout, like something like this, right? Then it's go time. This is going to be a great Q4, Q3, Q4 if we do that, right? So that's kind of two scenarios. This is the top 125 altcoins, right? Total 3 is the top 125. Right, so that's the bullish scenario. Conservative bullish scenario. Obviously, the ultra bull is we just kind of forget this resistance and we just blast through it. Do something like this. We'll likely throw back somewhere similar, but then kind of just go immediately. So we got like ultra bull, conservative bull, and then ultra bear. I think it's going to either go ultra bear or more bullish than not, right? I don't think there's any like kind of a bearish. Like it's either going to like come up, put a lower high in the next couple of weeks, and then we're done for the entire summer, or we're starting our new phase like right now. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that helps somebody out there. Nobody's listening. Everybody's gone. What a shit in this room. Feel my hot air. On your AC, dude. I live in Florida. It's like 97 right now. Rain this morning. It's like bright and sunny and 100% humidity. Sunny, hot. Bro's been typing API 3 for 10 minutes. No words. API 3. Request. Enter. Request. Enter. All right. Weekly. Let's see. Kind of reminds you of an injective chart a little bit, right? Kind of went back down a little bit, but it's kind of hold the line pretty solid right here. So what ideally when you see these kind of this big candle down, the most bullish is if you get like a repeat candle up and you get like this horseshoe. So it's like this absolute U shape, which we kind of got out of Bitcoin back in the start of this bull run. That's kind of what you want to look for. Like this kind of move here, right? Like that, and then move up. Even though we went back down, like it's like the lows are either in or that's not really a great example, but you get the idea. You want these kind of mirror bars really get you out of here. So we're looking to get back above like, 3 with authority here. Take out these lows, right? We'd like to see a close back above like 315 area. Even paint that as a whole zone, 330. We can really pick up some steam to the upside. A, B, or C chart, I would go kind of a B, solid B, maybe B plus, because we're down below these moving averages, but you are above your 2022 highs. Made some good moves. Up 500% from the lows. Right, so it's got some work to do still, but it's certainly not by any stretch of the imagination the worst here. The fib scale 1618 is at $43. Could we still do that? So we're like 17x. Get to there. I don't know what the market cap is on this, but we can go check. Let's go check that. So this is just a side note, right? Go check all these. Check your market caps and coins. 3. Some of you probably know most of your coins. Hopefully you know your market caps by some of these. Okay, so I think you got some room if you're 270. So yeah, 200 million. Heck yeah. So yeah, I think we could do that. Right, 200 million, then times 16, 17. Yeah, that market cap goes with that. So I wouldn't doubt we could get to 40, $50, maybe even a little higher. So hopefully that's exciting, right? Let's say 400%. So if we do another 800%, yeah, that gets you kind of right in line. Look at that. So I earlier in the stream, I said whatever you did from like kind of summer to October, you could probably do 2x that from this point forward, or from the highs forward, because of we're likely going to get a not necessarily 100%, right? Nothing's guaranteed in crypto but uncertainty, right? But likely going to 2x somewhere about that, right? Just a nice prediction, just based on nothing but my opinion here, but 2x from these prices to highs, right? Not 2x, like double the percentage gain. So don't get that confused. So we did like roughly 400% there. So another 800% from here for, any coin, right? You can do this with any coin. It's just like a real quick, easy way to see what you think your coin might do. And look at that. That gets you like right near the 1618. So if that, so I would not be surprised at all if this gets to like $40. So take it or leave it if that excites you, or you're like, I want more, right? Hopefully you're not that greedy, but I mean, that sounds pretty good, right? Doing an additional, 16x from here, from these current prices that you're in. I mean, maybe you got in down here. Maybe that's really nice. Just a side note on that. For the API 378 requests. So if you ever sell something and go like you shift from a coin that's not doing anything to a stronger coin, you got to do like in batches, right? You don't just do 100% all out of one and all to the other. It's like you do 10, 20% maybe ever. That's even like dollar cost averaging out or into anything, right? You don't want to go all in or all out on anything. So just slow and steady, right? Hopefully you're not flipping all 100% out, going 100% into something else, right? That's a way to drive yourself crazy, because usually they move in batches here. Thanks for the super chat. Awesome. Appreciate it. CKB. Yeah, I think we did that earlier. We can go do it again since you're super chatting. Super chat gets instant attention. Yes, sir. So CKB was actually one of the strongest coins charts we looked at, right? Holding the 21 week. Massive move off of the October lows. Like from lows to high, 1,500%. Very few coins can match that move. That's really strong. You're still up 600%. Like, keep this in mind for, like, if you're ever feeling bad about your coin, just go compare it to Matic. You'll feel better. But this is one of the strongest charts. I mean, any kind of move down and you're holding the 21 week is rockstar. That's what you want to be doing. Are you above the 2022 highs? Your summer 2022 highs? Yes, you're way the hell above it. right? I mean, some coins, many coins we looked at are still flirting with them or below that. So we're still up, 250% of current prices above these 2022 breakouts. Great sign. Strongest charts will likely continue to be strong, especially when alt season hits. I mean, you're flirting with like all-time highs here. So breakout a little bit higher, another 2x gets you right there. Let's see the fib here. So we'll go from swing high to low. The 1618 is at right on 30 cents. And can we do that? So it's another 17x roughly from the lows. Let's see what it is from the bottom. From current prices, from the bottom it's 13.5. So let's go check again, right? You want to be doing this. KB, checking your market caps. So why am I doing this? Because like all last cycle, like BitBoy screaming that XRP is going to $500. Go do the market cap check on that. It'd be like trillions. It's trillions. Same with the, what was the Shiba Inu, whatever that bullshit was. The market cap, can it get to a penny? Like the market cap would overtake Bitcoin. Shut up. Right? Just, you can easily, fact check any of the stupid YouTubers, right? Me included. So 740 million, right? So yes, that's as long as you're under a billion, right? 50 billion is like where I start to draw the line. Like, can you get over that? Yeah, but I mean, so 17x times 700 million, that's still right in line. You could do that during an alt season. So especially with the strongest chart as this has been, I like it. So CKB, great looking chart. A is certainly in the A charts. So absolutely, you're holding the 21 week. If you're holding the 21 week, you're automatically in the A charts. Because if you're doing that, then you're also like you're not messing around with any kind of bearish sentiment. So great looking chart. Good request. Thank you so much. Let's do Ondo. Kind of wrap it up here pretty soon. I think we've been going for about an hour, but. All right, not a whole lot on Binance. You would think this would be, I mean, it looks like a strong chart, but if that's all the history we have, we can't judge it too much, good or bad. But I mean, yeah, this is about as good as you'd want to see if this is as young as it is, right? Above your range highs, flipping previous resistance to support. I also like this rounded formation here, right? That's what you want to see as well. That's a good bullish structure. You're right at your lid line right now. I mean, $1. I mean, also a psychological human level. You flip that to support, and you're going to likely see something like that again. So big moves come from, textbook patterns. The stronger the pattern looks, the bigger the move can be. So this looks amazing, like a great setup here. What you'd want to be aware of, let's say, like if you come back down, and obviously if you take out that low, that would be concerning. Start to close under your 21-day EMA. Not super concerning, but this was like the chop mode. Now that you're gaining some bullish momentum, you want to hold that. So if we come back down, like loosely fit to this perfectly drawn parabola, you'd want to hold that. I'd get more worried if we come back down. We shouldn't be taking out 73 cents to the low side, but bullish charts, you want to focus on bullish moves, just like you always want to weigh both sides. But if we close above $1, I would expect bigger things to happen for Ondo here. All right, VRA. All right, weekly chart. Under the 200 week. We're under all moving averages. So right off the bat, this is more concerning, right? If you're underneath all your moving averages at any time frame, it's like pause, right? You're struggling, to say the least, right? You're going through the obstacle course, lava's below you. Like maybe don't put all your bones in that, or all your bones are going to be in that, right? We were at, I mean, it just doesn't look bode well here, right? We're flirting with these lows, right? That's not what you want to be doing. Under all moving averages, man. That's just like a concern. Your 2022 highs, you're below that as well. Right? Even the is uptrend, it isn't an uptrend, but it's more, I guess I would argue, more sideways. Yeah, just not a huge fan of this, how this chart looks right now. Doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies. We're still like, 16x to get back to all-time highs from current prices. That's a tall ask, right? Did great last cycle. There's a lot of coins that looked fantastic last cycle that are doing nothing this cycle, like Matic. But again, if you feel bad about your coin, just compare it to Matic and you'll feel better. Matic is down. So up 150% from the start of the run. Not terrible, but again, there's many coins up 15x or more. So if you're heavy into this, maybe start to dollar cost average out of it. But it's kind of right at the going from mud to buried, right? So we can get ourselves out still, but it's gotta pick up steam pretty quick here. H. Cole, API 3 man. Just rename you to API 3, and we'll go to farm. Appreciate the super chat. All right, finally a good looking chart here, right? You see the differences, right? We're strong uptrend. Like, I mean, which way is that going? Right, looks good. End it. A strong uptrend above all moving averages, right? Holding at worst case the 21 weekly EMA. Words are hard. Bouncing, right? These previous range highs, new previous range lows, all this stuff like adds up to tell like a perfect picture pretty quick, right? Are you above 22 range highs? Yes. Are you above the 21 week? Yes. Are you above the previous range highs? Yes. Like check. So a chart here, right? Looking good. A move back down, right? I mean, this could be, back to range highs any given moment here. Right, looking good, but why did we stop there? Well, just look way back, right? Previous range lows, new range highs, right? Many charts are right there. So end of bull market, start of bear market lows, break down in the bear market and come back in the bull, and that's where you tend to hesitate, and that's where we are. So flip, I would say 100 level, and yeah, I mean, you could really pick up steam here. So keep that in mind, $100. Human psychological level as well. Been on an absolute rip all since late last summer, almost a year now. Nice 500% move there. We're still up, 4x, right? Looking good. Better looking there. Even though you're down today, no big deal, right? These coins will flip flop. Look at all these ones going up, right? Pepe up 17%. Pepe leading the way again. Arrow up 13%. Aave up 10%. ARB up 14%, solid. BMX token up 17%. That's a surprise. GRT up 10%. What else? What else we got? Some newer ones. NFP and XAI up 10%, 11%. Injective up 16%. Probably, I mean, Ethereum's probably the most surprising to me, up 15%. Pretty solid for Ethereum. So we're looking for take out this high. Otherwise, want to be concerned with that. We could still be in kind of a dead bounce here. So it's too early to tell, too early to get too excited, but signs are there. We could kind of turn the page here and go to a new leg up. Super chat, appreciate you. $2. Awesome. Nice. Let's go to it. All right, this will be my last one. Appreciate y'all being on the stream for this long. We'll do more. We'll do probably another one tomorrow at this same time. Holy shit. Amazing moves. 1,000% in a week is probably the strongest I've ever seen. I probably wouldn't fade this one. Right? This chart above all moving averages, holding 21 like a perfection. I'm adding this to my list. Wow, good request. 1,000% in a week. Don't think I've ever seen. I mean, even last cycle, I don't think I can name a coin that did that. This is pretty impressive. I'm guessing some kind of pretty good news-driven event came out about this. I would go with around October. 1,000% in a week. That's pretty batshit mind-blowing. I can't even imagine 10xing your portfolio in 7 days. That's pretty great. Alt season can do that, but I mean, damn, and the chart is strong. So the move back down to do that, not only once, but then hold your head up here, right? Great sign there. And now moving back up again. So lid line 650. And then, all bets are off, right? Again, I wouldn't doubt that this coin for 1 second, right? If you can do 10x in a week, I don't think you'd want to be fading that too quickly. Strong ass coin, strong chart. Well done. That's weird. YouTube's not notifying. That's why I'm getting too popular. 29 people got here. I mean, you gotta keep this on the down low. We'll do it. Okay, we'll do Anchor just for Chris, and then we'll wrap it up. Good request on us. That's amazing. Okay, Anchor weekly. Not above all moving averages, but at least we're holding the 21 week. 2022 range highs we're still struggling with, so maybe A minus I could do, since we're above the 21 week, but we're still kind of chopping around here. So I'd like to, obviously we got to get back above 5 cents. Then I think we can gain the traction back, right? Get above these two highs. Trying. Got to close back above here. Let's put on line chart and kind of see what we're looking at. See all this chop? Not too bad. I'd get concerned if we go back below 4 cents. But you have support at the 200 week right there. Otherwise, your focus. I mean, look at that. Why did it stop right there? Look at these swing lows, swing highs. See that? There you go. So once you break that, I would guess all-time highs come pretty quickly after that. So current prices, we have 40% to break that, and then another, 2.5, 3 or 3.5x, 4x, get to all-time highs. So looking decent. I mean, look at what Anchor did that first cycle. It's actually doing better for comparative to coins that are around. Like, go look at Matic. Right, Matic did something like that, but Matic is also still down here. Like, this would be like Anchor being at 1 penny. That's Matic for you. That's how bad Matic has been. Matic is below its January open, January 2023 open. That is. So looking good here, right? A lot of different stages. Get back above 7 cents, gain traction to, pick up steam to the upside. I appreciate all of you being here. Thanks so much. I'll see you on the next one. We'll be here tomorrow, right here tomorrow. So be here tomorrow, and we'll probably do around 3:15, something like that, Eastern time. Like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff. Alrighty, appreciate it. Let me say thank you for public record. No one's keeping track. All right, thanks, Ninja. Thanks, No Name. You'll get a name someday. Hang in there, bud.